product. The documentary was another huge success. So parkour was popular enough over in the UK and beginning to take hold in America, but it wouldn't hit mainstream appeal until 2006 with the opening scene from the James Bond film Casino Royale. The film opens with James Bond chasing the bad guy through a construction site as they jump over various building materials, climb up still being constructed buildings, and forward roll on the floor. It was an incredibly successful scene of a very well-received film. This was probably the moment the whole parkour thing began to take cultural hold, but here's the most interesting thing about that. That actor in Casino Royale, in that opening scene, that is Sebastian Foucault, the French freerunner who wanted to bring parkour to the masses by doing those two documentaries, Jump London and Jump Britain, succeeded by being cast in a James Bond film. The same year, games developer DICE, known for the immensely successful Battlefield series, wanted to diversify what they were known for, to step away from just shooting and make a game focused entirely on movement, where movement wasn't just the in-between act of getting around the game, from the good bit to the next good bit, but was instead the good bit itself. So that year they announced Mirror's Edge, a first-person parkour game, and they would state it was heavily inspired by the opening chase scene from Casino Royale. In 2007, the game's first few teaser trailers and in-game images came
Can't
out,
see
and
him.
those few
God
trailers
damn it.
were live-action trailers featuring our old friend Sebastian Foucault. And in 2008, Mirror's Edge released and won Critics' Choice of Best Original Game at E3. It originally released on the Xbox 360 and the PS3, and then a PC port came later in 2009. For this video, I'll be playing the PC port. Levels are exactly the same, but the load times are a lot shorter. However, there is no windowed mode, and if you want to play Mirror's Edge on PC, you will face some bugs, which I will cover later. So boot it up, and the main menu theme is calm and serene, as simple and as elegant as the basic white buildings of the
Oh, I am? I'm sorry. Thank you. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't realize.
White building cityscape, bright red name and logo with
Thank you.
music. So let's mention this briefly before.
Sorry to monitor all of it.
Mirror's Edge is dripping with style. Personally, I love when a game goes for recognizable art style over just photorealism.
Thank you.
Great
Yeah.
style ages like wine, and Mirror's Edge still looks great. The art direction of extremely bold colors, brilliant bright whites.
I know I'm supposed to care, but I don't. Like, I make so many mistakes all the time. I'm not a perfect person. I make mistakes all the time. I just sort of like, I just accept it. I'm like, yep, you fucked up again, and ran big face for 15 minutes like an idiot. Oh, well.
Vivid reds, deep oranges, vibrant greens. The color palette is stunning, and it's not just a visual choice either. These colors are mechanical hints too. So we start the game and get the opening cutscene.
Once the city used to pulse with energy, dirty and dangerous, but alive and wonderful.
I love her voice.
Now, it's something else.
It's all fucked up.
The changes came slowly at first. Most didn't realize.
Or did not care.
And
Yep.
accepted them. They chose a comfortable life.
Yep. Nope.
Some didn't.
Yep.
And those who refused to conform were pushed to the sidelines,
Criminalized.
criminalized.
Yep.
They became our clients. We call ourselves runners. We exist on the edge, between the gloss and the reality. The mirror's edge.
Animated and as stylized as the rest of the game. You are Faith, a runner, a courier of contraband information in a futuristic dystopian government-controlled city.
Faith for the win.
And the main cast is pretty simple. You've got Faith, Merc, the guy who sits in the control room and gives you instructions through a headset, and Celeste, another runner and a
And
longtime
her
friend of
sister.
yours. Our first level is training, and while you can skip this level, it's actually a very well-paced, enjoyable tutorial, because not only is it going to give us all the moves we need, but you can complete it in different, more complex ways when you already know what to do, making it a fun thing to replay. First off, it is extremely easy to die. Your biggest enemy is gravity, and while the later levels do have people shooting at you, falling too far is instant death, and when you're blind leaping over buildings, this can happen a lot. So let's look at the gameplay. The world is mostly white, but you'll see certain bits highlighted in red. This is your runner vision, letting you know, hey, use this, it's important. Could be a ramp to jump off, a pipe to climb, a ledge to grab, a door to open. It's a beautifully elegant, in-universe way of drawing the player's attention by using the art style itself, not an arrow or a HUD, because you don't actually have any HUD at all. No health bar, no compass, no ammo count. You only see what Faith sees. The only thing that's non-diegetic, if you will, is the tiny dot in the center of the screen, and this was only added to reduce motion sickness. You can jump, crouch, which becomes a slide if used while moving, or if you crouch at the moment of landing a jump, you'll forward roll, which prevents both fall damage and maintains momentum into the flow state, which we'll look at in a second. You can also perform a quick 180 spin, and that's pretty much it. It feels bare bones, but what sets Mirror's Edge apart is the context-sensitive use of these things, and what the game calls the flow state. Running uninterrupted for a short time gets you into the
Please stop him. Oh my god.
Around the edge and your movements become faster, and now any action you do, you'll do quicker. You'll recover from faster, letting you chain moves together. Chain, you will. Run, jump. Press jump at the right time to scramble up a wall faster. Press crouch when landing to roll. Run at an edge to climb up it and grab the top and throw yourself over. Run at a wall at an angle to run along it and then jump off in the middle of the wall run. You can spin around and jump back on yourself to effectively jump from one wall to another. You can swing from bars, climb ladders, climb drain pipes, slide down them, shimmy across ledges, spot stacks of boxes in step formations and use them as springboards to jump even higher, vault over fences or office equipment, grab zip lines, land on giant soft-covered boxes, shoulder barge through doors, smash through glass. Jumping and crouching while in the air pulls your legs up so you can make it over barbed wire fences. You can balance over the dizzying heights on a thin beam, or full-on Jackie Chan this and slide down angled glass windows of massive buildings. And you'll do all this to the soundtrack of paced techno, footsteps, and Faith's own reel. It's a game about movement, and that's it. There's no crafting system, no armor, no power-ups, no unlockable moves, no level-up system, no minimap, no stamina bar, no inventory. Nothing to divert your attention or focus away from the pure, distilled process of moving through the level. And that hyper-focus on what the experience specifically is, without any extra or superfluous systems dragging your attention away, is beautiful. Mirror's Edge is a big 3D physics-based puzzle platformer, and when you're in that flow state and your movement is just working and everything you want to happen happens, it's beautiful. The problem is that feeling of power and control is delicate and super easy to lose. Miss a jump, miss time a roll, miss a ledge grab, and you lose everything. You lose all your momentum, and now you're just awkwardly, clunkily scrambling up the side of a building. That lovely, silky, smooth flow you had across the level, that's all gone. Landing hard instead of rolling loses all the momentum that you've built up. This means whenever you walk into a new area, you are looking for the lines, the flow, the movement from point A to point B. You're planning out parkour in your mind, working out the best way to get past this part of the puzzle. And this can take a few attempts, but the game only has 11 levels, and each level only takes about 20 to 30 minutes to complete. Mirror's Edge is an extremely short game, but what it is incredibly replayable because of the sheer variety of ways that you can get through the levels. There are so many viable routes from A to B in every level that you'll be replaying it just to test out whether the theory you have actually works. And because you're not bogged down with all these extra systems that you need to learn, replaying a level means only one thing. Do the one system that you're acquainted with, movement, better. Now, at any point in the level, you can press the guide button, which will quickly pull your vision towards your next objective. No maps or markers, no pausing, just a quick hint of, hey, go over there. These are effectively invisible check marks throughout the level, and while you're lost in an office or pinned down by snipers, it's handy to get that quick reminder of, hey, this way.
No!
So how does difficulty work? Because
Jesus Christ, man! Why did all four of them repop me?
Instead, it removes
whatever.
vision, meaning you know
I lost the gold. I lost the gold.
in red, so now you're relying on your own
Why is this so dumb? Let's start over.
mechanics and hoping they work consistently, which is one of the game's few.
Jesus
very
Christ, man! I
noticeable-
keep doing the quests and they keep fucking me. But oh well, I gotta learn. I didn't have any trouble with this quest last time at all. No problem. But those like 1, 2, 3, 4 that I just killed. It's like all four of them were on me again. It's like, there we go. I died. Yep. Cool. As usual. There we go. Cool. And that's in the quest that everybody dies on. I'm not doing that quest ever again. Jesus fucking Christ, man. The quests keep getting me fucking killed, and I lost a gold on that one. I kept thinking you've got a gold on you and you're doing a dangerous quest. Yeah, because of the repops. Because the repops are so fucking bad. Like, by the time I killed all 4 of them and got back down again, all 4 of them were back. And it's like, why would you design it like that? Couldn't you give us, like, 5 more seconds? Maybe 30 more? Not this thing like, oh, you just killed... whatever. Jesus Christ, man. It's so annoying. It's so annoying, like the water and the fucking problems, and it's like I gouged him and they resisted at the end, and I was like, I can't do anything. I potioned when I should have, and I don't know. I gotta learn not to do these quests. I can't do these quests. Anything having to do with water, I'm being dumb. I'm not thinking about it. Oh well, there we go. There's another one. God damn it, man. Jesus Christ. I was like, why is this so hard? The last time it was so easy. I just killed them, went in there and looted. But they kept repop. I'm like, what's with the repop? It seems like double the repop it was yesterday. I was like, what the fuck is with the repop? I was like, why are these repopping this fast? Like, why? Like, whatever, man. It's the hyper spawn. There's a serious problem with Classic where if somebody else kills something, it just spawns on you. It just spawns on you and gets you killed. It's so annoying. If anybody's been there, you're fucked. You're like fucked. Somebody came in there. Some other rogue came in there and got me killed. It's so annoying. I was even careful with the, like, I waited 25 minutes to do that one quest. Just waited 5 minutes over and over and over again to get my fucking cooldowns back up. And I go in there, and 4 of the mobs I just killed were back on me again. And I was like, what? Why? I just killed all of these. I killed everything in the ship. Let's go. This should be fine. Why is there 4 of these on me? At the end, I was like, there's 4 of them on me. And I was like, no. Why is there 4? I killed them all. Very painstakingly killed them all. And like suddenly 4 repops all at once. And I was like, no. I killed each one within like 15, like 30, 45 seconds of each other. There never would have been 4 at once. Come on, man. God damn it, man. Like, it pisses me off so bad. Let's do this again. Jesus fucking Christ, man.
Same with pipes and ledges. Sometimes you'll see jumps and drops which look totally viable but will actually kill you, and then a longer and more damaging jump later is actually totally fine. Mirror's Edge demands mechanical consistency from you as a player. You must jump at the right time and roll at the right time every time, but it doesn't always offer the same consistency back, which can make some deaths feel very unfair. So effectively, Mirror's Edge is an easy to pick up but hard to master movement system about going fast and going smoothly around a futuristic, highly stylized dystopian city. And if that was all it was, it would be brilliant, because those systems, movement, style, and music, are good enough to carry the game as an experience by itself. However, I'm going to assume that somebody at DICE, pretty high up, got cold feet about making a game just about movement and decided they needed to add guns. And gunplay in Mirror's Edge, despite being technically fine on a moment-to-moment level, is unfortunately the exact opposite of what Mirror's Edge is meant to be. It is not smooth, it is not fast, it is clunky, it is slow, it is heavy. And unfortunately, every time you are forced to engage with it, it is the absolute antithesis of what the
Fucking water is just a disaster. I should drop the quest. If it involves water, just drop the quest. And I'm learning. Like, I haven't lost. That's the first one I've lost to that one. But I didn't have any problems last. I've done this like 7 times. Why was that one so bad? They kept respawn. I was like, why have I killed 25 fucking mobs now or something like that? The last 7 times I did this, it was not like that. It was very random that time. It was like, what the fuck, man? I keep having to kill and kill. It wasn't like that before. And the sap got resisted and the gouges got resisted. Everything got resisted. It's like, Jesus Christ, man. Like, the resists on the fucking abilities. I had forgotten about that stupid ass shit. Stupid ass shit, man. Stupid ass fucking shit. Stupid shit. I spent so much money on that fucking character, man. What the fuck, man? I must have spent 10 gold on that fucking character or something like that. What the fuck is that, man? What is that? Over water creatures? Come on, man. The respawn was insane. I was like, come on, man. I just killed these. I just swam down here and killed these, and it spawned on me again. I was like, what are you talking about? And at that point, you never could ever crack that box. If it spawns like that, you could never crack the box. The guy came back too quick. It was too quick. Make me so mad.
Go in peace.
Whatever. I like that. I like that I'm invested. Whatever. Get back to the fucking grind. Do it quicker. And fucking don't fuck up on the water quests. Anything having to do with water. I need to be more, like, selective about the quests and just drop them out of my fucking thing. Or skip the quests entirely. Yeah. God damn it. The bags are always a problem. Now I can't even get bags, of course. So now it's just more running. It's like, God damn it, man. I should have mailed the gold. That fucking quest, man. The fucking... It's not the water. It's the respawn. Why would the respawn be that fucking fast? I've always had an issue with this. I used to scream in New World all the fucking time. I used to scream in New World. I'd be like, why did this mob that I just killed spawn 5 seconds later? The same mob! I just killed him! He literally spawns 5 seconds later. That fucking mob. I had just killed him. And I had just killed him. Like, man... What is that, man? That mob, it fucking spawned faster than I could loot the box! What is that? Like, it wasn't like that the last 7 times. That mob spawned faster than I could loot the box. It was like, what? When he spawned, I was like, okay, that's okay. But then there was 2 of them, and I was like, I don't recall killing 2 of them. It's because some other fucker hyperlinked over, like, hyper fucking spawned the mobs on me. Some other fucker came in there when I was doing it. Some other rogue came in there and did it while I was, like, going to the top, and he killed a mob in there, and it spawned on me. It's the only way it could have happened like that. It's so annoying. Someone else got me killed there. There's no way that spawn would have been like that. I killed the mob that was gonna pop me, and then his mob popped. God fucking damn it. And as it was, I was okay. Even at the end, I was okay if it hadn't been for fucking 2 fucking gouge resists on a mob that's the same level as me. What is that? What is that? What's the chance of a gouge landing or whatever? I don't really understand that. Like... Whatever, man. It's like I'm fighting the mechanics, not the game. It's like I'm fighting the game. Like, god damn it, man. Like, it's not fighting the game. It's like fighting their shitty design. It's not fighting the game. It's their shitty fucking repop design that was bad from 2003. And it's like, man, why were the last 7 times fine, but that one was inconsistent? I had so much repop. Why were the other times totally fine? No problem. But then that time was like, why is this so bad? I should take I'm gonna take a water breathing potion in. God damn it. Like, it's like this ego thing now for me to skip the quests. And I need to accept that too. Like, it's an ego thing for me to skip the fucking quests. It's so stupid. Damn it. Like, god damn it, like, what was that, man? Like, that was unreasonably dumb in a way where I feel like I don't feel bad about it. It was so unreasonably dumb. It was so unreasonably dumb, the repops that I saw. I was like, I just killed these. I just killed them! Like, literally fucking, like literally less than 45 seconds before. Why would you have a repop that's under 45 fucking seconds? That's insane. These boars don't do that. Why would those mobs do that? That repop was insane. It was 2 dips from the top to the bottom before the repop was there. You repop that mob in 45 fucking seconds. It's one of the worst mobs in the game, and you don't think you might need to fix it? Fucking fix it. That mob is bugged. It's been bugged since day 1. It's a notorious fuck up, that fucking design. And you would think that you would fix it. It takes lives in hardcore. It's not that it wasn't a good quest. It's a great quest. It's that mob takes lives because you fucked up that mob somehow. You fucked up that mob. People have been complaining about that quest for 20 fucking years. Not the diving or the killing. The fact that mob spawns over and over again in some weird fucking interval that isn't normal. It's like you actively want to kill people, and it's like weird. It's like, why would that mob be so inconsistent? I ran across him. I was like, why did that mob repop at 45 fucking seconds? It was 45. I was counting them. I was like, oh, good. Okay, I killed him 45 seconds ago. He's not going to pop. And I went for the box. And no, he popped. 45 fucking seconds in from the killing blow, he popped. I was counting them. And I was like, no, okay, I'm fine. And then resist gouge. And it's like, why? Why would that, like, what is gouge and why would it be resisted? It's like sort of weird. Like, why would that happen? Like, come on, why would the gouge be resisted? Like okay, my fundamental issue with this is like 14 years of World of Warcraft gouges weren't resisted, so why would they be in classic? Like, why wouldn't you just fix that? Fucking fix it.
The game is meant to be. It takes away all of the skill and the fun. And
Patch a fix. Like you should have patched, and I'm not talking about today. I'm talking about back in 2006. You should have patched a fucking fix. Like back in 2006, dude. You should have patched a fucking fix to that. Like people have been complaining about that mob on the fucking forums since I started this game. And like, I really didn't think I was going to fall victim to it because I just killed him 45 seconds ago. And you repop him randomly like New World. And I freak out over pop aggro as usual. Fucking pop aggro. On a mob I just killed. Literally, I was counting the seconds. You have 30 seconds to swim up and down. 1.5 ways through 2 cycles, you repop the mob I just killed on me. Which is like, what is the repop on this mob? Like, come on, man. Like, I counted the seconds.
Indeed, if sometimes you are forced to engage with the gunplay, it actively harms the pacing.
It's not me, it's that someone else came through there and used my work and popped a mob on me. The last 7 times it wasn't like that. I got past it. It was fine. Like not 7, but like 4. Like 4 times now I've done that quest in like the last week. And like, motherfucker, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die right here because of a button press. Okay. Nice. Oh, or what level was he? He's level 4, that's why. Fun. I didn't set my buttons before I went fighting. I can die at level 1, can you? On the first mob. I think that's kind of fun. Just like troll him. No. No. No, yeah. Please go away. Come on, man. The water quest was so badly designed. It's like, come on, man. Like, oh, God. The repop was just like, come on. Why did I disconnect? Why do you constantly disconnect me on this screen? It's so annoying. You do this to me all the time. God damn it, man. God damn it, man. I'm not gonna do water. I'm learning. Don't do water. Water is fine, but the repop. Don't do quests with repop places is the real rule that I haven't been observing. Did you do the wrong character? Yes, you did. Delete, you son of a fucking bitch. Please give me the settings I asked for. I told you to do a fucking female character. Get it right. I set you to it. You changed me off of it. See, you're doing it again. Stop changing me off of it and leave on the setting that I had it on. Can you even get an option right in the fucking character select? I don't think you can, or I wouldn't be fucking up on it. Like, Jesus Christ, I select a woman, I change the race, and you put me back to male. I don't really understand that. Like, why would you change my default choice? It's a terrible front-end fuck-up that you should have fixed back in 2006. Now I'm disconnecting on the character screen again. Great. Yeah, like, whatever. Let's go. Fucking so annoying. So annoying. No, you picked the wrong class again. Jesus fucking Christ. Can't you get the character select right? You keep changing me off of these fucking you keep changing me off my defaults. Stop. I selected Night Elf. I selected Rogue, and I selected the fucking things. Your front end is garbage, like usual. Why do you keep doing this? Give me, oh my God. Give me what I want. Create the new character. Do the body. Get the fucking Night Elf thing. Get the body right. Get the select right. I can't, like, Jesus Christ, man. Even your, like, see the front ends from your fucking, like, game from 19 years ago is so bad. Jesus Christ, your fucking front ends, man. Even in this game in Fallout 76, watching you try to stumble is like watching a bunch of clowns fall down a fucking hill. Come on now. The other ship wasn't like that. I killed the mob, no problem, no repops, nothing. I made 6-7 trips down there, no repop. This one was 2 trips and a repop, and it's like, come on, man. Why were you so inconsistent? The other ship was not like that. Breeze through it, no problem, no problem. But you repop the one mob that was going to guarantee a death, like ahead of time, and it's like your hyper fucking spawn fucks this game. You need to fix it. You should have fixed it in 2004. Your hyperspawn gets people killed all the fucking time. It was a bad problem back then, and it's a bad problem in New World. You hyperspawn other people's kills on top of other players. Your pop aggro is disgusting. It's disgusting. It's disgusting in this game. It's disgusting in New World. It's disgusting. Your pop aggro is fucking disgusting. Piece of shit developers. Get it fucking right. Get it right by 2006. Here we are 13 years later or whatever the fuck, you know? Like, fucking get it right. Your pop aggro, dude. Your pop aggro is so bad. I can't put myself in a situation with pop aggro ever again. Your pop aggro will take lives. It takes lives all the time. Your fucking pop aggro is worthless. It's worthless in every game I play. It's so annoying. Even in this game, you get pop aggroed over and over and over and over and over again. Over like a 14-hour session, you will get pop aggroed like fucking 250 times or something like that. Do you really need your fucking games to be like that? Do you need the repop to be like that? I guess you do with how many people play the game, I guess. So I'm just gonna be quiet. But it's unfortunate because it gets us wasted. God damn it, man. Your hyperspawn is retarded. That was not my mob that popped. I killed my mob. Or it would have been worse. I killed my mobs. That was someone else's mob. And it's so fucking annoying, dude. It shouldn't have happened. Like, that's the problem. That's the deaths. That's why you don't go in caves. You don't do cave quests. You don't go in water. You don't go in places where you can get link and spawn. You just do outskirts of quests and stuff. And I'm learning. I can't just go fucking mindlessly play the game like I want to. I've got to turn off your piece of shit content that will absolutely get me killed because of your bad design. Not because of my skill levels, but because of your bad design. That fucking repop was 45 seconds. It's on the stream. I can pull the video and fucking watch it. I killed the mob, and 45 seconds later, he was back. How the fuck are you supposed to even open the box at that point? Like, come on, man. Like, come on. And it was because someone else came in and killed him while I was up above dealing with Link. So then their repop popped me. Which is bullshit. That's bullshit. You should have coded it better. Like, come on. When the stakes are high like this, you should have coded it better. You should code it better.
To pull this trick off. The enemies you'll be facing are mostly government or private security agents. Punch them enough and they'll die. But make sure you vary your moves, because if you use one move repeatedly, they will notice that, counter you, and hit you. Or if you don't want to fight, you can run up to them and wait for them to try and punch you with their guns.
I'm gonna do the same thing over and over and over again. Like, I'm addicted to it. I mean, this is the element of my personality that I try to keep away from people. You know, I try not to show this element of my personality, but I'm the most addictive fucking personality you will ever fucking meet, and I can't stop this shit. It's gonna be months of this. It's gonna be months of this while I die to terrible ass design flaws, not because of my skill level or my gear or any of that shit. Terrible ass fucking design flaws or semi AFK, one or the other. It's not like I'm dying like in a fair fight. It's because you keep repopping 4 fucking mobs on top of me or when I'm AFK. Your repop is goddamn disgusting. It's always been disgusting. Pop aggro, man. I really want to sock Ghostcrawler in the fucking face over the repop that I mean, I'm sorry. I'm just gonna let it go. I gotta let it go. The fucking pop aggro. I really want to sock Yoshi P in the fucking face over the fucking pop aggro. You know how much thousands of hours it's stolen from me in my fucking lifetime. Why would anything ever teleport inside of your fucking personal sphere? It would never happen. Nothing's gonna teleport inside. No, okay. I can sit in this chair for the next 60 years. I'm going to. Nobody's ever gonna teleport teleport in my personal space. It's just not a mechanic that ever should have been in the fucking games. Fuck the developers. Fuck them. Fucking time thieves. Fuck them. That bullshit about pop aggro, dude, I'm sick of it stealing my fucking time. Sick of it.
This exact moment, which on PC is right click.
Fucking pop aggro I just killed, too. 45 seconds, earlier in the video, I killed it. I can go back and look, but I know what it is. I don't need to go back and fucking look. I just killed that mob. I just killed him. Just killed him. Why wouldn't you have 5-minute respawns in that terrible death place? Why wouldn't you have them? Instead, you've got like a fucking 60 seconds, like a 60-second spawn or something like that. Why? It doesn't work for even non-hardcore. It never did. It's your design error I'm fucking dying to. It's so annoying. It never works. Not for classic. It never worked. People still die on that quest in non-hardcore. Not because it's hard or the water or anything. It's because the repops aren't designed right and never have been. Never have been. If you kill, if I kill every mob that I see on my stream right here, I shouldn't see any more mobs for like 5 whole fucking minutes, but instead I get 45-second pops right the fuck on top of me, right the fuck. And if the mobs are gone, oh well, go kill something else. Your repops are like disgusting in 2023. You shouldn't have let them live in this version of classic. You should have tuned it to like 3 minutes or something like that, not fucking 1 minute and 15 seconds or whatever the fuck it's at right now. It's disgusting.
A limited resource that you build up by being in a flow state.
Fucking so annoying.
This basically makes timing the red disarm a lot easier, and it's the only thing slow-mo is used for. If you're
fucking repops.
You can also disarm them from behind. Now, because combat is,
and I dealt with it I dealt with it fine both times. I was just like in there doing fine, like shuck, like doing fine. And then suddenly the nightmare happens where like the mobs that you just killed repop inexplicably because of someone else's journey in there. And that's like, shouldn't you have fixed that? That's your fault. That's not my fault. Why would someone else's mob repop on me? You don't think that might cause a lot of deaths?
You are heavily discouraged from ever engaging enemies.
Piece of shit developers stealing time. Fucking assholes. Do your shit better. I expect better of you. God damn it. And on top of that, I've done this like 5 times this week. Like 5 times this week. No problem. Not even like a second thought or anything like that. Even the first ship was like, I had a fuck up and it was still like not even a problem. I didn't even say a word. But that was frankly bullshit. I just killed those mobs. I just killed them like 40, like not even 2 trips up in the water where I was timing the run. And I was like, I just killed these mobs. When it popped, I got so angry. I had to squelch it. I was like, I have no reason on God's green earth why this mob would be spawning there right now other than someone else's hyper spawn is on top of me. Why would you design it like that? Why does it live still? Why did the design live this long? Why is that design still in the game?
You need to fight. One is a very clunky boss fight, and the other is a light machine gun enemy who will kill you while you're climbing a ladder unless you disarm them first. So we've taken a guard out and got their gun. What now? Well,
like aggro is one thing. Pop aggro is the developers. The pop aggro in every game that it happens is complete horsecockery bullshit. In no fucking reality would anything ever teleport and spawn in from the demon realm or whatever right the fuck on top of your body. That's just not gameplay I ever want. It's not gameplay I've ever wanted. Get pop aggro out of MMORPGs. Get it out now. Like, get it out now. New World is so bad about it. Like, New Worlds and all these piece of shit theme parks and shit. You guys are so bad about pop aggro. I've been dealing with it for 20 fucking years. And it doesn't equal gameplay. It doesn't test my skill. It's not some failure of my skill level or any of that shit. It's just bad, flawed design and a bad, flawed game. It's like, Jesus fucking Christ, man. Like, you want to, like Classic sucks, right? I heard it yesterday on a video. They were like, nah, dude, Classic does suck. And it does. It kind of sucks. Because it's like, man, Like, why would that mob spawn like that? I just killed him, and I can tell you why. Classic fucking sucks. It had problems like that back then, and it's still got it now. You better fix it. That repop dude is unacceptable. If somebody kills those mobs, they shouldn't spawn again for 5 whole fucking minutes, or you're just gonna doom everybody who does the quest. It's terrible design, pop aggro. It's lazy and shitty, and I would take you to task for it, right to your fucking face. God damn it, you're fucking pop aggro in every single fucking game that I play. I feel like I'm constantly under assault from it. I've got it right now in this game. No, I guess I just killed him. But, like, yeah, I get it in this game all the time. Your fucking pop aggro does not equal gameplay. Get your fucking shithouse in order, and don't ever spawn mobs on top of us ever again in any of these MMOs. I don't ever want to see it. Why is it acceptable for you to spawn a mob on top of me? Why would that ever be a fucking reality ever?
If you're carrying a heavy machine gun or a shotgun, limited even more so. You can shoot a gun until it's out of ammo, then...
Ever, in any game. Why would it ever be a reality? Oh, if you wait too long, the demons from the Shadow Realm spawn in your personal space and begin stabbing you with knives. What kind of fucking shit-ass reality is that? I don't want it in my video games. Get it gone. Pop aggro, I want you. I want the developers who did it. I want them gone. I want pop aggro gone. I want it out of my games. Gone. Motherfucker, gone. I don't care if hardcore is not hardcore without it or whatever. Get the pop aggro done. If I killed every mob in my fucking personal space, I don't want to repop for 5 fucking minutes in any of the games I've ever played, ever. I don't want it. I've never wanted it. I don't want pop aggro in my fucking games. It's an unreasonable piece of shit, never happen in reality, fucking shouldn't ever have to worry about fucking mechanic. That's just like, it's just your bad coding. That's it. You need to spawn those mobs so we have something to kill. But you can't fix that coding problem and prevent, I mean, you can prevent them from spawning in our personal space, but I think you're too lazy to do it is my problem. I think Blizzard is such a piece of shit that they're too fucking lazy to stop pop aggro. Or they would have fixed it years ago. Fuck pop aggro. I just killed the fucking mob. I just killed him. And he pops me instantly as I'm on the box. Like, what? Okay, at that point, why would I ever even try the quest? I'm not gonna try that quest ever again. Why would I? Like, god damn it, I can't do these quests. Like, the quests keep getting me killed. They take me to places I don't want to go. But it's like this fucking ego trip to not take them. It's like so annoying. I didn't know that about that run. I had to learn something else about hardcore. If you don't take the quests, you feel like a fucking pussy. And then the reason that you feel like a pussy is because if you don't take the RNG of their horrible fucking design on the goddamn pop aggro, you know, you feel like a pussy. You're like, oh, okay, I need to roll these like these high value, you know, I need to like high value roll on the repop. And when they say classic sucks dick, they're not wrong. It's because of the fucking pop aggro. Like, the pop aggro is out of control. It's always been out of control. Since day one of Classic 1. Since day one of EverQuest. Since day one of Final Fantasy 11. Since day one of New World. And since day one of Final Fantasy 14. Pop aggro has been goddamn fucking sick. Just sick. It's a sick fucked up thing that the developers do to us. It's fucked up. And I'm fucking sick of it. Fuck your pop aggro. Fuck your pop aggro. I'm so sick of it. I deal with it every single fucking day. It's like fucking shitheads crawling up your fucking legs with fucking knives in their teeth, trying to stab you in the balls all the time because you stood still for 5 minutes in the real world. It's disgusting. Fuck your pop aggro, and I don't care if Blizzard does die. They say, oh, you'd be really sad if Blizzard went and died and didn't make WoW anymore and all this shit. No, I'd be okay, because every time I think about, oh, good riddance because of pop aggro. Yeah, fuck your pop aggro. Like, Jesus Christ, dude. Fuck your pop aggro. Fuck your stupid fucking pop aggro. 20 years of it. Fuck your pop aggro. You couldn't do it in the raids. You had trash timers. You remember it? You couldn't do pop aggro in the raids, or no one ever would have killed a raid leader or a raid boss ever. You know they wouldn't have. You couldn't have the pop aggro in raids. You just couldn't do it. It wouldn't have been possible for you. You had to control it there. You had to write it out of the code. You couldn't have pop aggro in the raids, or you never would have had this game, never would have gotten off the ground. But I posit that all of your lazy, shitty, cock-ass design that makes classic and fucking retail shitty is pop fucking aggro. It's pop aggro all the fucking time. If I want to stop and answer the fucking phone in real life and hardcore, why would some kind of demon spawn in my personal fucking space? Why? In what reality would that ever happen? Do you live in do you live in like Japanese anime reality where like demons spawn in your personal fucking space when you stop to smoke a cigarette or answer the door? Like what? I mean, what kind of fucking cock-ass shit is that? Fuck you guys. Fuck you and your fucking pop aggro. 20 years of it. I'm fucking sick of it. Fuck you. Fuck you and your fucking pop aggro. Jesus Christ, man. Yeah, I can't ever go to any of these cons or any of this bullshit with Twitch developers or, I'm sorry, like game developers and stuff. I don't ever want to meet any of these game developers because I will sit there and lecture them for 2 fucking hours about pop fucking aggro. Yeah, I'm done. I'm done dealing with your pop aggro. I'm done with it. Like, Jesus Christ, man. Like, I'll play a game that doesn't do it to me anymore if I have to. Like, say what you want about Rust. You don't get, I mean, you get some wolf and bear pop aggro, and I get pretty mad about it. It does happen. But not like your piece of shit games. Like, straight up, man. Like, dude, pop aggro, when is it ever okay to pop aggro someone in any game? When is it ever okay? When is it ever okay to have design that pops a demon inside of somebody's personal fucking space? No limit, no warning, on some kind of like arbitrary time system. And if you stand there, suddenly like things spawn inside of your personal space? Like what? When was that ever gonna be like acceptable? Never. That is just not acceptable design. Get it out of here. It never should have been in WoW in the first fucking place. Get that shit the fuck out of here, you worthless fucking designers in 2023. Get your pop aggro the fucking out of here. Get it out of here. I don't ever want to see it again. If you're AFK, sure, maybe don't go AFK in a dungeon or whatever, but like even in the dungeon, the pop shouldn't ever be faster than 5 whole fucking minutes. Something like that. Dungeon pop aggro is unacceptable in any game that I've ever fucking played. And outside too, your pop aggro, I don't want it, I don't need it. And I know you got a bad problem with your coding there, and you wrote yourself in a corner as usual, and you can't have this system where things can't pop because then it just pretty much grinds the game to a halt, and you've got to do something. But popping a mob in someone's personal space, I think you can stop that. I think you can. I think you're just too lazy to. I think if you were inclined to fix it, you would.
And precision. Even the disarming to a degree kind of works, although it's obvious they've only put the slow-mo mode in because timing the disarming...
Fucking pop aggro. What am I doing in 2023? Dealing with Blizzard fucking pop aggro. What am I doing to myself? Why? Why would I deal with your pop aggro ever again? Fuck your pop aggro. Piece of shit, worthless developers. Fucking say it right to your fucking face, too. Fuck your pop aggro. New Worlds is even worse. Fuck you guys and your fucking pop aggro. For 20 years, you rode that pop aggro horse cockery. I'm fucking sick of it. Sick of it. Fucking pop aggro.
The gunplay isn't even the feeling of shooting because DICE know how to make a good feeling shooter. They've made Battlefield. This feels fine. My issue is it's literally always the best thing to do in any situation. Being shot while running or trying to parkour or in the flow state slows you down or knocks you off course. On harder difficulty, it kills you pretty fast. So while the original focus of Mirror's Edge is movement focused, ignore enemies, outrun stuff, if you're ever actually faced with enemies, the best choice is always slow-mo disarm one of them, use their gun to shoot another, drop the first gun, grab the second, repeat. John Wick.
No caves, no water. No caves, no water. No monuments. Except for the outside of it. No caves, no water, no monuments. Not because you don't have the skill, and definitely because the quest design is horrible. And I'm just gonna stay out of like caves, monuments, anything with repop. Like repop is death. Anything repop, you're just gonna get repopped and repopped and repopped. What the fuck, man? It doesn't matter if you got sprint or evasion or any of that. It doesn't matter. Like you're still gonna get repopped by really random shit. It's just random. It's random, and I can't have random. Not in the run. I can't have random in this run. I can't have it. No. I'm just gonna run this. I don't know. I can't not do the quest. It takes way too long. Son of a bitch, man. I feel like I'm still learning. I'm still learning. I need you to... Available guides. I'm looking for Teldrassil. Yep. I should have sent the gold. I knew better. I should have sent that gold. I'm so stupid. I made so much money so fast. Oh, I should have sent the gold. I should always send the mats every time I leave town. I should send everything I have. If I need it, send it back. There's all these like discipline things that I lack the discipline. I lack the discipline to do some of this. I definitely need to be more disciplined. Oh, damn it.
More. And the problem is, you've taken parkour your way past enemies, which is a fun, unique gameplay loop, and replaced it with shoot the enemies, which is relatively uninteresting. It genuinely feels like they went all in on movement being the focus, effectively trying to make the natural evolution of the 3D platformer, and then someone high up, some executive, got cold feet about this and was worried that people wouldn't play a game purely about movement, so insisted they add gunplay. Mirror's Edge was so close to being a game which did one thing incredibly well, but they just had to add in shooting, which doesn't support the main gameplay loop of speed. Instead,
it does, because you didn't play it right. Like when you get to those guys, you're supposed to parkour, roll, disarm, flip, get to the next guy, judo, parkour, disarm, flip, take his weapon, blast the next guy, blah blah blah. But you played it like a shooter, and when you add in the fist fighting on top of the parkour, it does work. It adds to the you're fleeing and you're trying to do like crazy kung fu against guys while you're trying to flee at the same time, like a la Crouching Tiger.
What we're getting into mechanics-wise, let's play. Training on the
Fucking pop aggro. Fucking pop aggro, man.
Aggro.
Lost an entire day to that. Fucking pop aggro. I'm not going in the water again. I'm not doing fucking like...
Aggro.
I am going in the water. I'm going to take a water breathing potion if they're affordable. Damn it, you always do this wrong.
Aggro. Aggro.
The asteroid is defeated.
I'm not going in water. I'm not going in caves. I keep thinking like, oh, just take a water breathing potion or something. No, the hyper spawn will still happen. Don't do quests with fucking caves. One of the nice things is it used to be you couldn't like they didn't like when people like would pick and choose. They stopped liking when people picked and choose. And so they wrote that out of the game. If you didn't take a certain area's quest, you couldn't find quests anywhere else in the zone unless you were like sometimes it's like level specific or whatever. But now it's like you should skip these terrible quests that take you to that place. You should skip it. I wonder if I can get away with putting this down here where I can see it better. What is that sound? Fucking pop aggro. I guess I needed that death to understand that I have to be extremely discriminatory. I guess I learned something from it. And I needed to, and I wasn't ready yet. I wasn't ready to do this. I have to be discriminatory about the quests and just not do the ones that are going to lead me to places that are going to have fucking caves or aggro or any of that. I'm not doing the spider cave. I'm not doing the fucking... Well, we'll do the spider cave because it's easy, but... Man, could you actually kill these? You are taking forever. Look, I just got repopped again. I just finished the last wave, and I got repopped and respawned. In every game, they abuse pop aggro. MMOs are pop aggro. It's disgusting. You should have built the games better.
Faith has been recovering from an injury, so needs to get her skills back. That's a lovely narrative justification for the training system. Graphics are lovely, controls are tight, and you are chasing your friend Celeste across the rooftops, being introduced to every mechanic you'll need as you go. Jumping, rolling, climbing, swinging, and zip lines. The sight lines are lovely, and you get to see Celeste do the moves you'll need to do and then have a clear path to follow and copy. But if you want to show off or just test yourself, you can climb the level in different ways. The great thing about this level is they've included advanced possibilities that you won't even notice you can do until you're more familiar with the game. Falling from zip lines does take a few tries, release too late and you'll die, so aim for the big red square. Run, leap, grab ladders, and then a basic combat tutorial, which is just 3 attacks. It never really explains how or what to do when. And when you've done this, you can choose to just stay here a bit, which you will, because the level is a giant loop with loads of jumps you've not found yet, and it's pretty fun to explore. Now, from a narrative point of view, remember this. We have started the game on the roof, in the sun, mostly jumping from high to low, and things are clean. We have 2 people supporting us, our friend Celeste and the radio controller Merc. After this, cue the actual intro movie.
Aggro. Aggro.
Yeah, I'm sure the birds are real impressed, eh? But once you finish showing off, you think you might concentrate on some actual work. If you want the position for a handoff, you need to get the delivery to her. She'll be near the communication tower head.
I love how the cinematic ends with the jump and the level starts with Merc commenting on the jump, which is a great way to tie cutscenes and gameplay together. So it's nice and simple. Find your runner bag and get it to Celeste. Do your job. Nothing world-ending, nothing complex. Lots of objects to play around on and no time limit. And I love this moment where you see red splatters on the wall and think, oh, is it blood? But no, it's just red paint. That's a subversion of violent expectations. The game doesn't need violence to be enjoyable. It's almost a tongue-in-cheek commentary on your expectations of the language of games. Normally red splatters mean blood and that means danger, but here it means paint, because the dangerous thing is the level design. Now, while most of Mirror's Edge does take place outside, on the roof, in the big open spaces, there are a couple of levels that take place purely inside, which have you climbing up stacks of boxes, climbing rigging, or through vent shafts. And while they're not as grand scale as the outside area, there is a definite satisfaction towards spotting the route through a densely packed interior section. Now, while exploring, you'll also find a runner bag. There are 30 of these hidden throughout the game. The first one is the only one you have to find. All the others are purely optional, and they are hidden in some extremely hard-to-reach places. The replayability of the game very much leans into the fact that you will not find these on your first playthrough because your skill level simply won't be high enough to reach them. So I'm playing on PC. The game runs great, but
Aggro.
a few issues if you have a multi-monitor setup. First of all, you can't run in windowed mode. One of your monitors will always be the game full screen. You can't even force this in Steam. This means you'll need to minimize or alt-tab
Aggro.
away if you want to do something else, which leads to a strange bug. While playing, your cursor is locked to the program as you'd expect, but if you alt-tab away and then alt-tab back, your cursor is now not locked to the game anymore, meaning you can now drift off the game, and if you click on a second monitor while playing, you'll likely crash the game. This makes recording footage or multitasking while playing quite
Aggro.
So we grab the bag and go and meet Celeste, but we're spotted by the local police helicopter, and now we are being chased. Cue the kick-ass music, the flow state, bullets flying, and the adrenaline pounding, because running away from enemies
Aggro.
is great. Eventually reach Cell and throw her the bag, but we are pinned down, more enemies, so we escape in the most over-the-top way possible, leaping off the building and hitching a ride, hanging off the same helicopter that's chasing us, with a beautiful camera pan around
Damn
to
it.
show Faith's
Fucking
reflection,
pop
exactly
aggro.
literally on the mirror's edge. Great
Fucking
opening,
pop
solid
aggro,
gameplay,
man.
striking style,
I'm not putting
and
myself in that
production.
situation again. I'm not doing that again. No quests that take you anywhere where someone else's fucking pops could get you killed, because that's what it is. That's all this game is. If you can avoid that, you're fine to 60. If you can do the grind,
Aggro.
like, you just don't go anywhere where someone else's pops could ever happen, and you're fucking golden. And I keep forgetting. I'm like, oh, I'll just go do the quest. No, it's all about, does someone else do it? Will their repops kill you? Like, god damn it, man.
Without getting preachy or political, because I am definitely not the right person to champion that cause, gaming in general and protagonists within gaming are usually Western and usually male. That is just a fact. There are no shortage of games with protagonists that look like
Aggro.
men. In fact, in the same year that Mirror's Edge came out, we've got another Metal Gear Solid, another Call of Duty, another Devil May Cry, another Gears of War, another Star Wars The Force Unleashed, the new Alone in the Dark, and Dead Space. You can see the pattern with these protagonists. So to take a brand new franchise, which is a risk, focused on movement only, which is another risk, and then to give it an Asian woman as a protagonist is a massive risk. In fact, most businesses would say, we're already taking 2 risks on the genre of this game itself, and because parkour is mostly enjoyed by guys, we should make the protagonist a Western male. And if you go back and read message boards of the time, you can see that this choice to cast an Asian female as the main character definitely brought out the dregs of society. But I'm glad they committed to it, because I think
Aggro.
Faith Connors is a fantastic bit of character design. Faith Connors is neither infantilized by the game or other characters just because she is a woman, nor is she massively overpowered just to enhance her femininity. She's not a damsel in distress character that needs to be rescued by anyone else, nor is she a Mary Sue shining icon of unearned girl power. She's a capable but still vulnerable athlete who lost her parents in the November riots. Within the context of the game, she's not overly sexualized, and she dresses appropriate for the activities that she's going to be engaging in. I don't think she's the most interesting of protagonists, because the story just doesn't do enough to draw you into her life, but in general, she is a totally fine main character.
I like
You
her.
also notice the symbol of the game is Faith's eye tattoo, which she got to commemorate her first run, and her iconic circuit board tattoo on her arm is a reference to her mother. All in all, solid character design. Back at base, we pick up some radio chatter about a shootout in a government building across town. Now, normally, we wouldn't care about this, but Kate, Faith's sister, is mentioned, and she works for the government. So we run over to check. New mechanic, electric fences, and as you approach, a rat runs at the fence and dies. And this does 2 things really nicely. It shows the player the danger of the fence, and it continues the rat theme. Because rats pop up a lot. They're scurrying around, and sometimes they'll be helping the player learn mechanics like the fence rat, and sometimes they're being shot by snipers like the sewer rat. Sometimes they guide you to hidden bags like the vent rat, but they're always just out of reach and always running, which is a lovely parallel with Faith and the police, although in this case, you are the rat, constantly chased, able to traverse the land just ahead of anything scary, often trapped in mazes or vents. The rats aren't presented as bad or unclean, they're just living their life within this massive city, not hurting anyone. Same as you. There's also a secret Easter egg where you can spawn a giant rat to run down the road, and we'll see that later. So avoid the electric fence, make it inside, and find Kate. But here's where the plot kicks off. There is a dead guy slumped over the desk, and that guy is Robert Pope, revolutionary activist and old friend of Kate and Faith's parents. Pope was running for mayor. However, he felt he was being followed, so he called in Kate as he trusts her. But then the room went dark, and Pope was shot with Kate's gun. It's likely a political rival took him out and Kate is being framed for the murder. And Kate tells us to leave quickly and if we can, find Lieutenant Miller. They're a good cop and we can trust them. Before we leave, we take a scrap of paper from Pope's desk and it mentions something called Project Icarus. The escape the building section is great. Tightly designed level, well paced, lots of paths to keep the flow state going. It's a playground, it's fun. And it ends with a stunning leap and then slide down the side of the building itself, flinging yourself to a nearby roof and then making your way down to street level. When in buildings, you'll often need to take the elevator from floor to floor, and this is actually a hidden loading screen, but it's used quite well because while in elevators, you will both hear announcements and be able to read news reports on the scrolling screen. And these reports are often world building.
Fucking pop aggro. God damn it, man. I can't go around pop aggro. I can't do it ever again. I can't do it. I can't go around pop aggro. Don't go around pop aggro. It's the lesson I haven't learned. I keep going around pop aggro and I can't go around. Will you be pop aggroed? Yeah, it'll spawn up your, it's more likely to spawn on top of you than somewhere else. It's so fucking badly designed. Oh my god.
You'll see an advert for the new Eden Mall, and then later in the game you'll visit the new Eden Mall. There's even some tongue-in-cheek jokes because one of the reports is, are your children committing running, the newest wave of crime? Signs of running include a fondness for the colour red. So these are both downtime between the action and a nice little bit of world building. On the ground, we are being chased still, so it's into an open plaza and then into the subway.
See, the quests are much faster. I just have to skip the bad ones.
Roof, and a beautifully framed chopper flies overhead. And now a cool cameo, or at least we think it is. This fellow runner, Krieg, helps us up and then runs off. They have one voice line, but they're not credited anywhere in the game or on the game's IMDb page. The theory is that Krieg is voiced by and a direct homage to Sebastian Foucan. Now, we don't have many leads, but we do hear about fellow runner Jackknife being linked in some way to Pope, or at least close to the event. So we set up to hunt down Jackknife and see if he knows what's going on. And this level starts with the second of the main gameplay loops, the slow, no-pressure puzzle. When you're not being chased, you'll be studying the level design and working out the route through. And these moments of calm, logical downtime contrast nicely with the intense action-packed chase scenes, giving you that moment of peace before the panic. And enjoy the peace while it lasts, because now we're running down a storm drain aqueduct with police snipers after us, and you can see the red laser sights, so avoid them. And I love how the debris and level set dressing is often angled to effectively point you in the correct direction. It's a non-invasive visual hint. Down into the storm drain itself, and now we've got valves which stop deadly steam. I'm not a fan of the valve mechanic because it kills all flow and has you stand dead still and slowly turn a handle. What these valves actually are enemy checks, because if you're being chased or haven't cleared a room, trying to use a valve is a death sentence because you'll be shot while standing still. Descend into the storm drain and a police gunship follows you down, shooting as it goes, and only pulls up when you get so low down it's dangerous for it to be there. Such a great set piece. And now a button with a timed door, but be fast because missing the timing by even a little bit will have you crushed by the door. Inside the main underground aqueduct is a massive room, great sight lines, lots of cover, and lots of leaps over height, and now enemy snipers. But if you can sneak up on one and take them out, that's now our sniper. And you've got a basic zoom and one headshot is all it takes, but you can't swing or climb while you're holding a sniper, so shoot, drop, and get back to running. I like the small touch of when you use this zip line, you brace your impact against the wall with your feet. Now, being first person, this means they had to model most of Faith's lower body and all associated animations. And this was actually quite technical for the time. DICE even gave a GDC talk about how they worked on the first person animations. The game has hundreds of unique first-person animations. And as DICE explained, the simple act of jumping to, grabbing, and then climbing a ladder has over 40 animations alone. Grabbing it from every possible angle, climbing, descending, hanging with one hand, shooting a one-handed weapon, leaping off, or falling from. The lighting system was so complex that DICE had to team up with the company Illuminate Labs just to render each level. And it works. I love how you can see the flashlights of the police hunting squad down below as you shimmy across the upper ledge. Mirror's Edge feels like a film. If you're after a more thorough and focused analysis of just the movement of Mirror's Edge, YouTuber Tony has a fantastic video called How Mirror's Edge Perfected Video Game Movement. I'll link it in the video description. Slide down the waterway, look at some gaps, and here's a nice trick. Emerging from the dark darkness of the aqueduct back into the light, and your eyes take a second to adjust. And then they take a further few seconds for your runner vision to kick in and important objects to slowly fade into red. Like Faith is taking in the new environment and processing the route just like the player. Raise this crane wire up and ride the beams to the top of another storm drain, and then back to being chased. Shotgun police this time, and as fun as the combat can be, as satisfying as it is to shoot an enemy, I'm still of the opinion it detracts from the purpose of the game. Because jumping into and out of cover, waiting for your health to recover between shots, just isn't what this game is about. Eventually we spot Jackknife and give chase. A lovely chase sequence, and I love this cheeky moment of almost catching him, but the lift doors close and him just waving at you. This cockiness doesn't last, however, as Jackknife makes a jump, the scenery he grabs onto falls, and he knocks himself out on a roof, letting us run around and reach him, taken down by your own arrogance. Jackknife tells us Robert Pope hired a private security firm, and he was working with an ex-wrestler called Ropeburn. But Ropeburn is corrupt. He has ties to surveillance companies. And if Pope became mayor, it would be devastating for those companies. So it's likely that Ropeburn had Pope killed. With this, we go and hunt down Lieutenant Miller, the good cop that Kate mentioned, and we share our information. We ask about Project Icarus, and Miller doesn't know. He does seem decent, and we leave this conversation with...
Kate's the only family I have to tell. Who's in jail don't last long. She goes down for this. It's a death sentence.
I won't stop you. I owe that much to Kate. But there are plenty of people who'll try. And I can't stop them either. You better learn how to run.
Running is when I do that.
The voice cast is fine for the time, nothing groundbreaking, and unfortunately none of the voice actors would return for the sequel, which isn't quite a sequel, but that's another video. So we set off to find Ropeburn, Pope's corrupt ex-wrestling security officer, leaping from roof to roof, breaking into the building and crawling through vents to eavesdrop. It seems that Ropeburn does know about us and a little about Project Icarus, but we don't hear enough before he leaves the room. However, we can't hang around for long because security are onto us, and this is more of a challenging escape, which makes use of guns really well. You can punch or kick glass panels out before jumping across the gaps, and you need to leap from floor to floor of this office block. Punching the glass slows you down. If you can, however, grab a pistol during your run, you can shoot the glass out before reaching it and leap through straight away, conserving momentum. That is a great way of combining gunplay to enhance parkour, not to slow it down. The lift is broken, so a quick scurry up the inner shaft and then outside onto a nearby building covered in scaffolding, and it's very easy to get turned around and lost here. I love this moment of jump kicking a guy off the scaffolding to the street, and then the most ambitious escape yet as we climb up onto this crane and leap off onto another.
Did you just do what I think you did? God damn it, girl, I just spelled my Joe all over the keyboard.
Hey, can you get a message to Miller? I need to see him again.
Sure.
With that death-defying leap made and extra evidence on Ropeburn, we meet back up with good cop Lieutenant Miller.
I started looking into Ropeburn.
Why?
He's Travis Burfield, Pope's head of security.
You think he killed Pope?
Maybe. He sure as hell set Kate up. Wanted a cop to go down for it. And he wasn't alone. Heard him mention Project Icarus.
Burfield is dangerous, Faith. He's not someone you want to mess with.
He framed my sister.
I'm sorry, Faith.
For what?
For this. I don't want Kate to go down for this either. But we've got private firms muscling in on the districts. Bowstring city security, they call it. They're breathing down our necks, waiting for us to slip up. The only way they might go easy on us and easy on Kate is if I give them...
Me.
Yes.
The asteroid is defeated.
All I care about is Kate. And for her sake, I'm gonna let you go. But if you pull a gun on me again, I will kill you.
Right, seems things aren't going the way we expected. We're in over our heads here. Time to get answers directly from Ropeburn. The sunset throws this soft golden blanket of light over everything, and we run into the still being constructed building, and hey look, shadows from the construction lights. That is a lovely touch. A radio update lets us know that our sister Kate is now being taken into police custody, and this building is an absolute labyrinth to climb through, but eventually we do find Ropeburn. Unfortunately, he's having a meeting with Lieutenant Miller. Damn should not have trusted him. Head up the stairs and quick time event. You get grabbed, thrown, and attacked. And this, annoyingly, is an instant death bit unless you press disarm at the exact moment Ropeburn swings for you. Now this is extremely jarring because it's going against everything the player knows about cutscenes. So far, every time you've been in a cutscene, you don't want to press any button because you will skip the cutscene and potentially lose important story content. But this is effectively a gameplay cutscene because you need to engage with it or die instantly. But if you do disarm Ropeburn, he almost falls off the building and we ask for information. But before we can interrogate him too much, this happens.
You said hate comments, didn't you?
Yeah,
Had to be a cop, right?
I don't mess with politics.
Who killed Pope? You?
No!
Who?
A professional. Meet them tomorrow, 2 p.m. Take them in the mall downtown. You'll recognize them.
Why were you with Bill?
You sure you want to know about that? Pull me up and I'll tell you. Watch him, Faith.
Try to pay your road.
Shit! Merc, someone's shooting. They got Ropeburn. What the?
Who's about to crash the party, babe? Get out of there.
It seems Ropeburn knew too much, so we run away as more police come. And the game now includes lots of sections of having to blind run around corners and jump into the unknown just to grab things, down into the subway and along the train tracks. We even dodge incoming trains in both directions, and there's a short puzzle to unlock some doors, but eventually you have to leap over a walkway onto the roof of a moving train. And while standing on it, you have to dodge the low-hanging signs and then jump over the maintenance pipes and duck under the walkways. This is another extremely fun but instant death on a small mistake bit. And one interesting mechanic, because I died on this bit several times and had to keep redoing it, the positions of these signs, pipes and walkways is random. You can't just learn the pattern because it changes every time you try and do it. But eventually the train we're on stops and another is barreling toward us, so we dodge out the tunnel just in time and escape. Before he died, Ropeburn told us he was meeting a contact at the new Eden Mall. Before we go there though, we take a small breather and have a chat with Celeste.
What you're doing now, Faith, is the fastest way to get yourself killed.
They got my sister involved, Sel, and I need to clear her name. I owe her that much. We'll survive. That's what we do.
Survival is overrated. You need to live a little too.
Hey, you want to come with me tomorrow? Could use the help.
Can't. Drake's got me on a job. Says I've been slacking. Look, I've gotta go.
It's fine. Someone's bound to start shooting at me soon. Get going.
It's true. Someone's bound to try to destroy me soon.
Faith, take care.
Oh, you know it.
The new Eden Mall should be ahead of you, but watch it. Mayor Callahan's on some kind of campaign drive about a few streets away, so there are roadblocks all over the place.
We follow Ropeburns' final lead and head to the new Eden Mall to meet their contact there. So we hop through the underpass, up onto the roof, and more police, and I think I'm being smart seeing this as a shortcut, but no, that is just death. Drop from one zip line onto another mid-zip, spot Ropeburns' contact, and they are dressed as a cop, but when they see us, they run away, and they run away very well. The mall is another lovely internal playground, vents, stopping fans, dropping from floor to floor, and after escaping, we know that that cop, Ropeburns' contact, was running far too well to be a normal cop. So we pay another visit to our old friend Jackknife, because they are the only runner we know that would have been capable of that kind of escape.
Hey, Faithy. Nice of you to drop by.
Hello.
With a little bit of persuasion, Ropeburn was
Be
getting
careful.
chatty. Told me about his meeting with Pope's killer at the mall.
And you're thanking me, right?
When I got there, guess who was waiting for me?
No idea, Faithy. I just go there for the pretzels.
Bad case of the blues. You wouldn't happen to know anything about that, would you?
No!
The story of two
It wasn't
sucked.
me! Besides, if I wanted you dead, don't you think I would have just killed myself?
You're right. A creep like you couldn't have organized that.
Now, don't be like that.
Ropeburns dead.
I'm impressed.
Wasn't me.
Try not to get yourself killed.
Merc, you can stop pretending not to listen now.
Fucking pop
Can you
aggro.
search our Kruger security?
On it.
Potion, evasion,
In Ropeburn.
2 gouge resists,
Somewhere else.
pop fucking aggro.
Just what you'd expect. Alarm, firearms, fencing, armored cars, private security. Oh, and they secure our world, apparently.
Where are they based?
A few offices around town. Just got a new place down near the docks.
Give me some coordinates.
I'm gonna go check it out.
So that wasn't Jackknife, but this new security firm, Pirandello Kruger, they're worth investigating because they're popping up everywhere. I like how Faith lifts her hands up onto the glass, alternating as you turn away. Again, the animations are spot on. We've learned that Ropeburne's killer has been seen at the shipyard on the deck of a container ship, linked to the Pirandello Kruger security company. So, welcome to the Pirandello Kruger packing facility, likely a front for whatever they are working on. Probably the best level in the game in terms of combining an excellent open outside area and tight inside walkways, sightlines, explosive barrels, and available combat. You've got almost every mechanic here, combining and stacking really nicely. This level does however highlight how much forced combat interrupts the flow of the game. If you plan a route which involves combat, you must be perfect with your disarm timing, because one mistake and you will die fast. More stacking mechanics by combining a timed steam vent with a jump and swing, and eventually we traverse the inner maintenance tunnels and fall into a secret research lab. And here, we discover more about Project Icarus. It seems the government and Pirandello Security specifically rule the city with an iron fist. They control the flow of information. Their biggest problem is us, the runners. So Project Icarus is training a load of police to also be free runners. That's it. Once we discover that, some Project Icarus troops appear and we run, except this time, anywhere you run, they can and will chase you. They also have electro-stun batons, so you should not take them on in hand-to-hand combat. So the story, it's not the best, and I don't think this is because the story itself is bad. I think because you're trying to cram an epic tale into 4 hours worth of gameplay. You don't really have time to really get to know any of the good guys, the bad guys, or the reasons anyone wants anything. And it's not because Rhianna Pratchett is a bad author. She actually went on to write the next Prince of Persia game and BioShock Infinite. She can write, but Mirror's Edge doesn't play to her style. I like the dystopian vibe of the city. I like Faith's parents' backstory, but this Project Icarus, where they're just training police to run a little bit better, I assumed Project Icarus was going to be a full-on city-wide dystopian surveillance state, not teach the police parkour. But you don't play Mirror's Edge for the story, you play it for the mechanics, and mechanically the introduction of Icarus troops is actually a great idea, because you are now in their training facility, and all the skills that you've come to rely on to help escape from the police are now effectively tested every single time. Seeing an enemy used to be run away and you'll be safe. Now it's run away and keep running or they will catch you eventually. Being chased by enemies who are as capable and as confident as you, instead of just being shot at, switches the dynamic of this game in a lovely way. Because the game is no longer relying on guns to be scary. It's now relying on focus on your movement, because the enemies are focusing on theirs. So Project Icarus, narratively, is a bit of a weak stretch, but mechanically is actually incredibly fun. We reach the harbour and learn that Ropeburne's killer has been seen on the deck of a nearby ship. We start this level with the only forced stealth section. Sneak onto a truck and wait for it to drive you into the ship's cargo hold, and then fight your way through. And this is a hard part, because a roof above you limits your vertical movement, and there are way more enemies. This is one of the few required fights, otherwise you can't climb this ladder. I love this wall run to an angled vent jump, and they are really pushing the limits of what this parkour system could be. And when you're on the deck, you're running toward a good...
I don't think anyone in WoW uses point to click. Are you asking? Yeah, WoW is WSAD and the number keys, and but you can click to move if you want. It is a click to move game. Yep. No, I don't think most people do, but it is an option. Click to move, right? Use mouse clicks to move your character to destinations. Smart, set the camera to stay where placed except when your character is moving. Only when moving, always, and stuff. And so if I turn on click to move, I can go... See it? That's what it looks like. Yep, it's got both. It's got many. You can play with a controller. You can play with like click to move. You can do WSAD, which is what most people do because it has about 36 keybinds. So clicking can be very dangerous, and it's discouraged in the community. They want you to do WSAD, but it's a personal preference thing. You can play this game however you want. It's a good game.
Gauntlet of snipers using the laser sights of their guns as beacons to avoid, staying out of sight either equipment. And when you do reach the killer, they fight just like you. You'll also notice they have a gun, but don't use it. And this mandatory boss fight kills the flow of the game hard, because you will die here a lot until you learn the system. You need to hit this person 7 times to be able to disarm you. But if you do your 3-punch combo, they will always block the 3rd punch and flip you. And if they flip you 2 or 3 times, you die. If you jump click, they'll let you block, and if you slide kick, they'll backflip away. Now, up to this point, your exposure to the combat system has been use slow-mo to disarm people, or just jump kick repeatedly. You've never had to worry about combos or blocking. Now, you do. You can't progress until you win this, and you've had no training about how to win. The trick is, when they kick hard, you can slide kick low. You can do 2 punches, then crouch, then do 2 more punches, and then slide kick again. As long as you don't do 3 attacks in a row, you're okay. After enough hits, their gun will glow red. Attempt to perform a disarm, and you will fail, but they will run off and the fight will continue. You give chase, and the chase bit is great. Honestly, I would have preferred if the boss fight was just a complicated chase, and eventually they climb onto a container and you fight again. And when you do win, you finally unmask the killer.
Aggro.
Also, the camera will zoom out. I got to get outside the cave because it zooms in a cave. But when I'm outside, you can set it with mods and stuff. You can set it to zoom the camera out to a Warcraft 3 level. And you can play this game exactly like an RTS if you want. These guys made Warcraft 1, 2, and 3. So they were very aware that the Warcraft RTS crowd might want to play their game. So they did interesting things with it. Like, I'll show you, like in a cave, you can't get it. You got to zoom in because you're in a cave. But if you want, you can play this game like I've got to do some settings that change when I died. But if I come to Leatric Plus and I look at the interface, I can max camera zoom. Yeah, that's, I think you can get a mod that'll do it further and stuff. But yeah, like you can play pretty zoomed out like this, and you can click it like, you know, it's an interesting game like that. But you can play click to move if you want. You can, I mean, it's gonna be hard to see all the link and everything. Well, I mean, not that bad, but this is how it would look. It's the best game. Well, it's not the best game ever made, but it's close to the best game ever made. It's definitely. I have a weird mod running camera stuff, so it's a little bit odd for the angle. It would be more natural if I wasn't using one, but I'm using a camera mod, so it like kind of changes it a lot. But you can play this game like an RTS if you want. There's mods that'll let you zoom out even further than this, but I've never really had the need for it. But I think if I go to this and I say. What is it? It's like mouse zoom, yeah. The max camera distance is this, right? So you can zoom out like this. There, that's what I was looking for, right? And you can play this game like an RTS. There's no problem. It actually is probably safer to play it like that. Like I can pull this spider with my dagger, get close enough to actually see it and stuff, but. Yeah, they wanted the Warcraft 3 RTS people to come to this game, so it's always had click to move, like always. You can play this game like Kenshi if you wanted to. It's like the second greatest client ever made, I think, short of EVE Online. It's definitely a utility client meant to get the job done. However you like to play the game, you can play the game that way. You can play the game first person if you want. You know, I can go do. I thought about doing this in hardcore. You can play the game third person. That's actually a viable way to do it. I'm sure there's people who have done hardcore runs in first person. I'm sure that's possible. I wouldn't really recommend it because you can't see the link around you or the aggro or any of that. But yeah, it's got a good system like that. You can play it definitely like an RTS if that's what you're looking for. I never thought of playing the game like this, but it's actually kind of entertaining. Zooming in a little more, you know. So one of the things I dislike UIs and cameras in other games so much because they don't have the utility of this client. This client will let you do so many things. This client will, like, you can play Peggle with this client. This client is the best MMO client ever made, short of EVE Online. It's definitely a solid fucking client that doesn't really have any issues. Like, for instance, I think I can do... I thought I had it, I thought I had an add-on, but I didn't. I guess not, but I'll go at it. Curse Forge. Yeah. No, I didn't get that, but I can. It's the most modded client in history. It's got more mods than Bethesda has. And it has a good utility for this. It's very smooth and fast. Like I think Bethesda modding is autistic in comparison. So we come in like so I'm looking for like just to showcase what the client is capable of. We can go to classic mods and we can look for Peggle. And we can pull Peggle Classic here. And I've been meaning to test this, so let's go test this with this client. It's got Bejeweled, it's got Peggle and shit. This client is the best one ever created technically, but I think EVE Online. No, I think this one's better now. This one's better now, I think. So I just reload UI. I don't even have to close the client down. I can just load a mod straight from the internet to the client, and I can just reload the UI like this. And now the mod's loaded, and I can probably type Peggle, right? And get Peggle. And then I can return to the, like this, I don't intend to like brag, this isn't some brag or something, it's just, like this is something the client can do because it is like one of the top 5 clients of all time. This client, there's a reason why I'm on it, it actually is good, it's like very good. You know, quick play, sure, play, right? I'll take the orange, sure. And you get an idea of like really how, I mean, this isn't the actual, or no, I think this is Peggle. This is like the original Peggle, I think. I don't know. Or maybe it's just a WoW version of it, but. So now when I'm on a flight path and I'm flying on my horse or whatever, Rust has a good client for this sort of implementality.
The asteroid is depleted.
Not that Peggle really matters, but it's just, you know, it's an example of how good the client is. It can, I mean, it's a very, very utility client for long-term living and long-term lifestyle and stuff. This client is their main attraction. It's what made Blizzard so billionaire famous and all that. Oh, I was hoping for the green. Damn it. I love Peggle. Damn it. Damn it. Oh, I couldn't see. Oh, well. Good game. So now I have Peggle on my client, you know. And it's a good client like that. You could play like an RTS. I like that. I never thought about doing it like this. This is actually kind of cool for hardcore. It makes this boring shit a lot more interesting. Honestly, like yeah, like grinding out here in third person, or sorry, yeah, in first person. Like I don't like RTS, but this doesn't bother me as RTS. I never thought about doing this, but yeah, why not play the game like this? Honestly, it's like kind of interesting. Click to move would be bad if you're cycling between the modes, but if you only use click to move, it would be definitely viable. It's interesting. Let's see what happened in the WoW hardcore world. I like this Josh Strife Hayes video, but it was frankly boring to me a little bit. I didn't think it was very good. Not that I'm being critical. I think it was a good video. I just don't think it was that good. Oh no. Ooh, PAX Day. PAX Day.
First impressions, genuine exceeded. So this game,
I didn't do the first impression. You didn't send me my thing, did you? I didn't get in this. I really wanted to get in this. I tried, and I kept looking every day for a while. I haven't checked in like 2 days. I need to double check and make sure that I'm trying to go to my Gmail. There. I didn't get in the first impression, did I? No. No, I didn't get in. Damn it. I got it. I got the newsletter, but I didn't get the fucking PAX Day invite, and I really wanted to do this so bad, and I didn't get in. It's so annoying. PAX Day is gonna be so good.
We need to try this out. I signed up on their website.
So did I. I didn't get it. Even Asmongold didn't get one. Now I don't feel so bad. That's good.
So for those of you unaware, the upcoming MMO PAX Day just entered its first public alpha phase. I've played PAX Day now for a solid 4 to 6 hours before the service went down.
Somebody says he was paid for that video. Who was paid for the video? Oh, is that going to someone in chat who said it before? Why would you do that?
Hey, what up, boys? So for those of you unaware, the upcoming MMO PAX Day just entered its first public alpha phase. I've played PAX Day now for a solid 4 to 6 hours before the service went down for maintenance, and today I'm going to give you guys my first impressions and talk about where I'm expecting this game to head over the next few months of development. But before we get into that, our beautiful patrons and coked up the wazoo Twitch subs and I would love for you to grab yourself your bug pillar, because this game definitely exceeded my expectations by...
I'm gonna be honest. If a guy who's recording a video in a fucking hoodie that he's probably lived in for the last 6 years behind pizza boxes and soda cans says an MMO is good, this carries a lot of weight to me. Yeah, this is a big deal.
Quite a large margin. I'll admit I went into this highly skeptical, but within the first couple of minutes, the game's polish and quality really took me by surprise.
I want PAX Day to make my career. I want to be a PAX Day streamer, and I want to be super good at it, and I want to live on it for 14 hours a day and main it. I want to be a PAX Day streamer.
With that said, though, despite the quality of this test, everything you're about to see is subject to your feedback, and will likely change over the coming months. Now, with all that bollocks out of the way, let's begin, shall we?
All right, let's see it. First impressions by the dented one? Oh, good one.
So our first impressions today are purely focused
this looks
on
really nice.
this particular...
Never heard of it. Oh, you don't know about PAX Day. Okay, well, so PAX Day is by the ex-developers of Crowd Control Productions, which is CCP, the company who makes this game, EVE Online. Now, they know that me and everyone else wants a medieval EVE Online MMO that's got the depth of EVE Online, but it's an MMO. And so those guys left CCP to form whatever PAX Day is, the company that makes PAX Day, which is Let me pull the website here. PAX Day is yeah, the alpha's upon me, but I didn't get in. I didn't get in. I missed out on this. Damn, man, I missed out on this, and it's like 12 days long too. I really wish I could have done this. So with PAX Day, we set out to create a world players can call their virtual home, and we mean it literally. The ability for each player to claim a plot in a shared world to make it their own is, we think, pretty unique in an MMO setting and very cool. We've been blown away by what some of our testers have been able to make of this feature already. We can't wait to see what happens when we let enough players in so as to fill the map with such creations. For our first large-scale alpha, codenamed Home Valley, we're therefore focusing on peaceful gameplay, explore a vast world, find abundant resources, build your home, etc. So this is what the beta was. But PAX Day is a system that looks like this. What they want it to be is like this. It's like the EvE Sov map, which looks like this, right? This is the EvE Daily Sob map, which is Empire versus Empire space battle in what's called nullsec. Here is highsec. That is where I currently am. I'm in highsec, which is the safe center of the universe where there's cops and cities and highways, and it's a country. This is like the country. This is BLM. This is kind of like the ocean. The outer ring of it, this outer ring right here, and then the outside ring is nullsec, which means no security space. And PAX Day is using the same system in medieval times, and it's a terraformable builder with MMO RPG high difficulty combat done on a medieval execution, and it looks like this. Yeah, it does, and this is the big one. So CCP has never made a bad game. They are the trendsetters for the entire MMO space. They're the best company that's ever been in software development, and these are the ex-developers of it. So let's see what this guy Nixium said 2 days ago about PAX Day.
I got to check out the new MMORPG PAX Day while it was still in early alpha, and today I am sharing with you guys.
Combat's looking okay. It's looking like Rust.
Experiences playing the game.
Yeah, looking okay. Yeah, oh yeah, no problem. And this is the big one. This is the hype train. To me, this is the WoW killer. It's the one that I believe in. I've heard so many. There's AOC, which is, I can't think of the name. It's AOC MMO. I can't think of it right now. I think of it. It's supposed to be the big one because it's got these nodes that evolve with how many people are living in the city and that kind of thing. That one's coming. And AOC MMO. I forget the name. What is AOC MMO? Right? MMO mean right? I can't remember the name of the game. It's Ashes of Creation. Ashes of Creation, right? Is a hope, but it's trying to live in the sandbox space but fill the theme park hole. Ashes of Creation is entirely a procedurally generated world that will be like, if somebody lives in a town, they evolve the town into a city, and the city into a country, and the country into a nation, and a nation into a big city, and all this, and it's like it keeps evolving with people, kind of like that old game Spore. And Ashes of Creation is hopeful, but it's too much of a theme park. PAX Day is done by the CCP developers. It's catering to the more sim RTS crowd, like me, like the EVE Online crowd that likes Sims and more realism and stuff. But it is still an MMORPG meant to be fun and medieval, and that anybody can play. And so you build you build like Minecraft. You build your own town or your own headquarters in high sec, and then you go out to kill monsters in low sec and null sec, where the PvP is full loot drop and non-consensual. And so you can do a Care Bear lifestyle in high sec, just like EVE Online, for the rest of your life. And this is why they talk about lifestyle a lot with this game, and it's one of the reasons why I have the word lifestyle in my title, is because I'm looking for a lifestyle game, and this is what they intended to be. And so they're looking for this to be our new home, and I think they're probably being successful with it too.
The very first time.
But again, the hyperbole can always be real. It can be wrong. The game can suck. But people came back from the alpha test with positive impressions, which means that my faith has been vindicated.
Exploring the open world, crafting my first small
looks like New World. The crafting looks like New World.
Interacting with the community. In theory, could I attack his land? To waging war against bears and delving deep beneath
This is the Mortal killer. This is the Mortal replacement. This is why I'm playing Mortal, is I happen to know that PAX Day is starting to make its first steps onto the scene. We're still about 2 years out from a release, however. 2 years. Alpha always means that they're about 24 to 36 months from launch. So we're still in a long, I'm talking 2025, 2026 release date. This isn't coming soon.
This is PAX Day, everybody, a new MMO that is going to shake the market to its core. But before I share with you guys my experiences, though, I would like to thank PAX Day for giving me...
Their main influence is a game called Kingdom Come Deliverance, Mortal, and EVE Online. And those are good games. I don't like Kingdom Come very much, but I think the other ones are really good. And Rust, and they want to make a medieval Rust that's about building like Minecraft in a safe place where you have neighbors and a town and a city that you're a member of, and you could be even in the city council or be the lord of the land. It's got all the politics of an MMO, and they're actually executing it this time. They're not messing around like Mortal. They're not fucking around. They actually...
The opportunity to check out their game early.
Without Mortal, there never would have been this. They're trying to do what Mortal failed to do.
Sponsoring this video here on Nixium. Let's dive in.
If this game's good, I won't need to play EVE Online for a couple of years. I won't need to play WoW. I mean, you know, this is the WoW killer for me.
What even is PAX Day? This is an MMO set within a world that essentially has been left to ruin and to...
Sorry, my ship's full. I've got to get back to station here. Give me just a second. Like, the only reason I'm playing WoW at all is I'm waiting for another good game, and then I'm reserving my energy. I'm not trying to be charismatic to people. I don't have a mainstay to live on, so it's sort of like the off season for me. And I'm not going to sit around and try to keep customers, and I'm not going to try and be like this thing that I'm not in the off season when the band isn't there, or the hotels aren't open, or the tourists aren't there to spend their money or whatever. This is the off season to me, number 2, which is one of the reasons why I'm so willing to kick people and do a sub only theme and all this other stuff, because to me this is the off season. I don't want their interest. There's no game to play right now at all. So PAX Day is the one that we're hoping and honestly it's gonna combine. The only reason I'm playing 3 games at once right now is so I can get my fix in 3 different levels, which is theme park here, sandbox here, and I mean, this is a sandbox to a degree, but it's not. It's like a sand park. Final Fantasy 11 is a sand park, and this is a hybrid of the two. And so I won't need to play these 3 games, and PAX Day is good. And it's ex-CCP developers. I don't think they make bad stuff.
The divine,
kind of like From Software, or who's the SimCity guys, or like, you know, they're not known for making bad games. They don't take swings and hope that it hits. They don't execute at all if they don't think they have something solid.
Has blessed the world with prophets, emissaries, redeemers, and saints, has suddenly gone silent, leaving an evil to stir within the world that has slowly crept to the surface, corrupting it, and brought about a ruin to civilization. And now you, dear player, You are tasked with rebuilding the world from the ashes, waging war against the darkness, and doing it all in a completely sandbox MMO fashion.
Sandbox.
To think about your
Like I know I look like I suck at World of Warcraft because I keep dying and shit, but it's because it's not a sandbox. I can't do theme park anymore. I can't be told where to go or what to do, and I can't skip the quest because of my ego. So I'm like gonna constantly die over and over again because I'm a sandbox player like Russ now. I don't want theme park. I don't like playing this game that much. The only reason I'm playing this game is there's nothing else out there. There's no other sandboxes that I can cut my teeth on that I think are as good as World of Warcraft right now, or I would go play a sandbox right now. I want sandboxes.
Survival crafting game, Valheim, Minecraft, whatever. Now put that game 100% online as an MMO. You can probably already get an idea for why so many people are excited for this game. My experiences, of course, began with creating my character, and
I don't want that many spoilers, so
attempting to punch trees to collect wood and role-playing as Bear Grylls to get more immersed into the moment. My name's Bear Grylls, and we need to make our way into the forest to find some shelter. I didn't know what the heck I was doing, but the UI was simple to understand, the graphics looked amazing, but soon enough, I was crafting for myself my first axe to fell this dark forest that I had found myself within. You gotta be
boomers and their Bear Grylls references.
Kidding me.
You can tell they're slow. Nice, I love it. It's like Valheim.
Okay. I was now a master woodcutter, sort of. And after crafting a torch and a workman's hammer, I was ready to make my mark upon the Shire. And this, my friends, is when I discovered one of PAX Day's most amazing systems. Claim a plot. Before building houses and crafters, you have to claim a plot. Oh, wow. Oh, dude, that's so cool. Dude, so it's like an MMO where you claim a plot of land and then you could like actually just build whatever you want on it. That's amazing. Badger. Oh, he's attacking. I killed him. Okay.
Nice.
And that's a bear. We're gonna avoid him. I spent some time exploring the forest, but soon enough, I wanted to see more of what this new MMO had to offer. And so I took to the horizon, everybody, taking myself to holy sites on the map, encampments containing hostile inquisitors, and ultimately finding a location high in the mountains where I decided to build my base. This is our plot right here. Stairs, fences, crafting, a stone anvil, wood chopping block, cooking. Let's just try crafting something very simple, like just a stone wall, I suppose. That's so cool. I love it. You gotta understand something. Ever since I was a kid, I have wanted to play an MMO just like this. One where you completely shape the world to your liking, build villages, cities, player-run government, you name it, and here it is. It might have just been a simple wall, a woodcutter's log, and a few other creations that I was able to, conjure up as I was...
I want to be, all these famous people, including Mr. Beast, they got their start from Minecraft, believe it or not. All of these kids, like not Asmongold and a few of the WoW players like me, but most of them that got their start on Minecraft and got their fame from there, right? I want PAX Day. If the whole world sucks PAX Day in and gets obsessed with it, I could make my waves there. I could do it because it's like a level playing field. Some rich famous people come in and they're always going to have interests and stuff, but it's a level playing field where anybody can pretty much establish their whole like deal, and I will build a guild and I will make it famous and I will do this game and and I will make my focus here and I won't fuck up here. This is like all this stuff in the background for me is side grinding of games that I've beaten 20 years ago. I want a game that I haven't beaten that I can actually focus on, and this is it.
But the seeds were already being planted in my mind of what could be done with this game. PAX Day's potential felt limitless, and I had only just gotten started. But I didn't want to use up all of my time up in the mountains crafting a small base. I only had a limited amount of time to play this alpha, so I decided that, like a mountain troll, I was going to descend from my rocky home and return to the woodlands, a place rich with far more resources than where I had chosen to settle. And I had a mission. I had become more powerful, I felt. And so I was going to attempt something crazy. I wanted to hunt and to kill a bear. I'm really enjoying the game so far. I like the look of the game. I like the open world feel to it. I like the scale. I can envision a lot of players running around building stuff around me, collecting resources, and that alone is what interests me the most about this game. I like that the game feels a little bit more slower paced, and because it's slower paced, it almost like forces you to like work with other players, to interact with them, to like trade resources and like build things together. I think that's awesome. There's a clan system in the game, so I like that. So far though, I'm very impressed by the game, very much so. Dude, a stag? There ain't no way. Wow. I can't believe I did that. Dude, man, who needs a bow? Just got like a little one-handed axe to go kill some deer. I wonder like how strong the bear is going to be though. I mean, this is Noob Valley, so. Now I do admit, it did take me quite some time to find my prey, but I rounded this one corner and there he was. There he is. I have no idea what happens when you die in this game. I don't know if I lose all my stuff. I have no clue, but we're gonna find out. See if I can get the jump on him. There's like poop on the ground there. He's very strong. Whoa! Inferior generic leather. Alldayerrydaybaby. The bear slut.
It's a player base.
Someone's been here. You gotta understand, I was on one of many alpha testing servers. I was not expecting to run into anybody on this server, but I had found somebody's base and I learned that I could use their tools and crafting stations if I wanted. Dude, that's so cool how you can just like wander in the world and find what people have like, you can like find what they've made. Iron axe head. Could I like, in theory, destroy his stuff? That's so cool, dude. You could imagine like a player made like freaking city. And so naturally, being the lonely person that I am, I just had to move in right next door. There's his plot, right? So I could like, in theory...
This is bad etiquette, what he's doing.
I'm right. A lot of ladders. What? And then let's... We're gonna make a lot of ladders with this one, boys. So I know what you all are probably thinking right now. You're probably thinking, Nixium, what? Why did everything just become hell? Dude, doesn't that look cool? It's like the beginnings of a TP. That's it, dude. Wow. This is great. Shame I can't steal his stuff. Actually, in theory, could I attack his land? No. Okay, so I can't attack his land. Guys, I had built yet another beautiful settlement for myself, but now it was done underground, fight monsters, get treasure, or something to that degree. The point is, there was a cave icon on it, multiple players. I have literally no idea what to expect here. All I know is that there's caves in the world and... Did a wolf. Well, let's not go that way. I guess the only way to go is to the corrupted wolf. Actually, wait, no, there's a door up here. Uh-oh. A corrupted boar. Oh, wow, what the heck? It's like maggots are all over it. Oh, no, there's another one. Oh, great. Dang, dude. My character's more powerful than I thought. Process. Gold coin. Bone fragments. Whoa, look at all that, dude. Gold coins. A trader's delight, a dragon's love, a warrior's pay. So there's currency in this game. Dude, there's no way I can take on two of those. Like a map of the dungeon. Oh, look. Let's be what it is. It's like the minds of 8 wolves, dude. I see what they mean when they say I would die instantly fighting. There's 2 wolves. Oh, everything. Fuck. During that time, these were my pros and these were my cons of the game. I really loved the graphical look of the game. I really enjoyed how right from the beginning. Things and whatever in order to unlock. And I like the fact that there was a spell slot system down in the lower right hand corner. I don't know how through different like with a population of like, let's say 500 players running around on this giant map, building things, crafting.
Gonna be good. It's gonna be interesting. I'm excited.
particular testing phase.
You know what? I was in a Discord conversation with somebody who works at this fucking company. I'm gonna message him right now. I've gotta play this game.
Is highly restrictive and lacking in a lot of the game's long-term plans, mainly the combat, progression, and content. This first phase, aptly named Home Valley, is highly focused on the gathering, crafting, and building side of the game. So
That's
all
good.
my commentary is good.
Combat is gonna be the hardest thing for them, so I'm glad they're focusing on that first.
Yep. It looks clunky, but it'll be good.
These parts. I will tell you off the bat, although combat exists, the combat systems in the game right now are completely unfinished, and they have assured us that a combat overhaul is on its way, so let's just put a pin in that and move on,
Okay,
because
alright, fine.
much like other
What do you guys think about the UI? I think the UI looks fine, but the UI looks primarily not like an MMO, but looks like a survival game.
It is a survival game.
Wink, wink. This means the gameplay that you're seeing is not representative of the final product,
Yeah, I
and
would expect
everything
that.
we're about to see is in rapid, volatile development. So it will change. Was that okay? Did I do it right, Stephen?
Yes, my apprentice. Your training is starting to finally pay off.
Okay,
Oh,
great.
God.
So, PAX.
I mean, I'm gonna say again, especially with the Valheim music, you know, that really is a fucking vibe. I really
He
like
always
the way this
uses
looks.
his entire career. That particular streamer has always used the Valheim music, always. Like in every video he does, it's as if he like owns the track or something like that. I could see using it once, but playing it in your entire career's videos, that to me is trademark infringement a little bit.
This looks amazing. Like, listen, if the developers are watching this, give me 300 to 500 keys.
Damn
I will
it.
give them out to my viewers, and we will play the game. How about that? We'll make ourselves a little city somewhere.
I think you're privileged,
Have a
and
bit of
I
fun.
think you're feeling privileged, and I don't think they care who you are. And I think they're full already, and I doubt they let you in.
Give me more keys. We got a lot of people that watch, you know?
You think they're just going to summon up 500 keys on this alpha test? I think they only sent out like fucking 2,000 or something like that.
Interesting for an MMO. Its base follows the survival genre closer than it does an actual MMO. However, it is technically a massively multiplayer online game and does plan to feature some RPG elements during
Cut down a fucking tree!
beta testing phases. So let's begin by talking about their character creator. It is boasting very modern tech, allowing you to create highly detailed characters, but as it currently stands, you can only make humans in the world of PAX Day. I'm not sure there's any plans to add additional races, but, you know, that's okay. It's pretty much got all the bells and whistles that most...
I'm okay with just making humans at the beginning. I think that's completely fine, and I actually don't give a shit about any of the other races because I only like playing people anyway. If you want to have a more grounded type of game that's only with people, I think
Like
that's
Rust.
totally alright.
Yep.
Unreal Engine 5s are boasting, which unfortunately, because of its focus on humans only, tends to get labeled as a bit generic. However, after creating my beautiful waifu and getting into the game, my first impressions were really quite surprising. I really didn't have high
Strangers often tell us gather and examine, okay.
expectations after we
I
saw
did.
a plethora of early access games recently, but this one seems to
The pedigree is good. Pedigree is good, and you were blessed with a key, and you don't respect them. You should be feel honored that you got to alpha this game. I'm so jealous of you, and you don't even fucking appreciate it.
be pretty goddamn good. It's obviously not fair to focus on optimization issues
This
because
is just, I mean, this is a lot of just like, you know,
This
usually
is
in
alpha.
survival games, this happens, right? Yeah,
Yep.
Valheim, Unreal 5, that's kind of what I'm thinking right now, too.
Hey, guess what? It's an alpha, but the game actually runs pretty well. This clip I'm showing you right now is the time it takes for you to launch the game, get through the loading screens, and start actually playing. It's rather impressive, I've got to say, and not at all what I expected. There is a lag spike every now and again, but aside from that, I was genuinely surprised at how stable the game is in this early launch phase. The graphics are beautiful, the general quality of the game textures are immersive, and the Unreal
This looks great. It does. It looks really, really nice. 21 minutes?
Engine 5 tech with Nanite and Lumen are really shining through here. However, I will say that some of the environments do look a little generic due to the same bush type being copied?
They do. They do look very generic, and it would be nice if they were able to make some of their own, like different types of trees that aren't necessarily real trees, like trees that you would see out in the world, but are like fantastical versions of those trees. I think that's really like, you know, it's kind of like, it's like an 80-20 rule where like 80% of the stuff should be just like it is in real life, but then the 20% should be fantastical, right? It's like in New World, for example, whenever you see the blue trees, it's like, oh shit, right? But like the oh shit moment comes from the other 80% not being blue trees.
Pasted, but that is a process that can be easily fixed as they add better variety to their procedural generation.
Yeah.
Now, on to the gameplay itself.
Okay,
As you
this
probably
is
noticed from the
literally just like
footage,
New
the
World.
gathering in the game is much more action-based. You swing your axe or pick with your mouse, and that deals damage to objects in the world proportional to the tool's tier. If your tool isn't a high enough tier, you simply cannot break the trees or rocks due to them being too hard.
This is exactly like Valheim.
A fairly common design choice, and one that has some nice depth to the game's progression. The two core gathering professions right now, wood chopping and mining, have extremely well-designed options right now. Wood chopping and mining have extreme...
This is really nice. Can I get up on that mountain? Stamina bedge. I think that if you want to have an MMO, personally, I think stamina should not be consumed whenever you're out of combat. Elden Ring did this, and it dramatically...
Oh my god, he's right. He's absolutely right.
reason for a person to
I'm so
run
sick of the not being able to move. It drives me crazy. You and your fucking walking sim, and you and your fucking pop aggro, you gotta get that shit the fuck out of here. Get it out of here now. I'm sick of the stamina problems. I'm sick of the fucking bullshit that you put us through over the last 25 years, and I need you to get better. You guys have been shortchanging shit and using 2003 mechanics for 20 years, and I'm sick of it. You need to get better. You guys do not do quality of life at all. You don't do it in any way that I would consider like something that would even be worth recognition. You don't do quality of life. You do torture. You guys need to get your games a lot easier to use.
Stamina provides a great resource in combat situations.
Yeah. So and then like in battle, your stamina runs out really fast. But when you're running down the road, that actually might be some miles before your stamina is even depleted. You know, and so it's like it's situational. So why would your stamina run out when you're not swinging a weapon or something like that? It wouldn't. You know.
Outside of combat situations,
yeah.
I find that stamina while having gathering is just not fun. That's it. It's just simply not fun. And I think that the scaling metric for gathering should be the resource, the tools that you're using, rather than...
I'm being too fast, and I'm also not fishing enough. I think I'm gonna play. They reminded me that Valheim exists, and I really maybe would like to play some Valheim. I've been meaning to play some Valheim for a while, so I think I'm gonna distract my hardcore character and try to live Valheim like it's Rust, and I'm gonna drop Final Fantasy out of the rotation for the rest of the evening, and I can always come back to it if I want. But I think I am gonna load Valheim and start over. I'm gonna start over
drive active
because I don't remember Valheim at all. It's been like 2 years or something like that, and I have a character that's really far in. I suppose it doesn't really matter, but I guess I don't know. It's an interesting game, and I don't think I gave it enough time.
Your stamina. It's microgating. Yeah, that's actually, I love that term, microgating.
Yeah, it's microgating. It's it's just like gating. I used to talk about all the fucking gates. There's gates wherever you look. I'm fucking sick of it for no reason at all. Like that pop aggro. That pop aggro shit is a gate that shouldn't be there. That luckily steals our time for you, but it never should have ever been there. The pop aggro shouldn't have ever been there. In no reality ever would a demon spawn inside of your fucking personal space. It just would never happen, and I posit that it causes an existential fucking nightmare crisis to consider that I live a life like that, where all day I'm terrified that something might teleport